Hi, my name is Rebecca Henderson, and my case study is on banishing bullying. What is workplace bullying? Workplace bullying is mistreatment that is severe enough to compromise a worker's health, jeopardize her or his job and career, and strain relationships with friends and family. There are many types of workplace bullying, such as personal threats, derogatory comments, public humiliation, intimidation tactics such as hovering or sneaking up to startle, verbal abuse, purposeful exclusion of others from meetings or discussions, and excessive demands, impossible deadlines, or unreasonable requests. A little bit of history on workplace bullying is the first person to coin the nickname workplace bullying was a British journalist, Andrea Adams, who used it in the 1980s and early 1990s, using a series of BBC radio documentaries to bring the topic to a more public audience. Also in 1992, Adams authored Bullying at Work: How to Confront and Overcome It, likely the first book to use bullying as work as an operative term. There is a very good website, workplacebullying.org, that was developed by Dr. Gary Namey and his wife Ruth after they themselves experienced workplace bullying in the workplace. And they've developed it, and there's a lot of great research and tools on there for somebody who may be experiencing workplace bullying. And one of the statistics that I wanted to share was that a study that was done in 2007 revealed that 37% of people surveyed had experienced bullying on the job. Another 12% of people said that they had witnessed bullying, bringing the total number of people who had either seen or experienced workplace bullying to almost 50%. My particular case study was on Ramsey County government in Minnesota, and it had to do with how they handled workplace bullying. And you can kind of look at their logo. It's a big R. You may think the R stands for Ramsey, but how they look at it is that the R stands for respect. And with that respect in their workplace, they have been able to banish the majority of the bullying out of it. And they have used certain tools brought to them by the American Psychological Association that has helped them implement tools, trainings, and opening the communication that has decreased the amount of bullying to take place. They have developed a workplace action team, and they have used the tools to prevent issues such as workplace bullying. The increased communication training, they call that Flake Off Fridays. It is basically where they can have the groups get together and talk about different things, such as if you were upset, why don't you go kick a wall? Some people might see that as a distressor, and some people might see it as violent, but they use those Fridays to kind of just relax, vent, communicate, and it has allowed them to have a more productive work environment. Some of the tools that Ramsey County government used were developed by the American Psychological Association, and they have used that in other companies as well, such as IBM. IBM actually won an award in 2006, and it was brought to them. They won the Healthy Workplace Award, and it is given to companies that safeguard employees' health and well-being. They have a very good standard business concept guidelines that outlines their discipline actions if people break the behavior rules. And IBM was actually in the news in 2003 when they followed through on those guidelines and fired a group of workers who were bullying their boss. So it's nice to see that a company stands up for their employees. some of the ways that I've taken from the Ramsey County government and some of the things that IBM is doing as a corporation is different ways to help eliminate workplace bullying. It seems across the board that communication is key. If your company has instilled certain guidelines, they need to be publicized. Employees need to know, they need to be aware, and they need to know that disciplinary action will be taken if you break the rules. Also, specialized training for bullying prevention. Let people know how to handle situations. If they are unsure of how to handle a coworker that maybe is not treating the way that they feel like they need to be treating, how can they confront that coworker or go to a boss who can help them confront that coworker, or maybe involve somebody from human resources to handle the situation appropriately. Maybe implementing something like Ramsey County. Maybe have your own version of a Flake Off Friday, something to be able to break that ice in a systematic sort of way that is throughout the company. Also, surveying was done a lot. Survey your employees on a regular basis. See how they're feeling. It is one where, especially when surveys are anonymous, they will report very accurately on how they feel, and that is a great way to get feedback. So, in the end, communication is key. The training, using the surveys, and just really set right guidelines and putting the policies in place and enforcing them across the board. No favoritism anywhere.